Well, holy moly. Okay. Let's see. Let us see. Let's see. Oh, man. It's always something like this happening in the beginning. It's always something. There we go. Like this. Happening in the beginning. All right. I guess we can start. So let's take care of the intro, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Skits Tony live stream. My name is Skits, but some people call me the Mozart of FL Studio. Other people call me the most sexy, the most beautiful, and certainly the most sick live streamer right now. Or a YouTuber / content creator, whatever you want to call it. I am still just obliterated, if I'm being honest. But, you know, I figured it's better to do something. And it's better to be productive than to just lie in bed and wait to slightly feel better, you know? I am, what is going on? Oh, there we go. Thought that the music was acting up on me. And yeah, still obliterated. Still with a lot of mucus. And I can barely breathe through my nose. That's why I'm breathing through my mouth. But yeah, I mean, I woke up at like 9 a.m. It's currently 9:45. And I was like, you know, I can't go back to sleep. And I feel just not it, man. But here we are, you know, we're trying to make the best out of a not so good situation. And yeah, we're going to be live streaming a little bit. We're going to be grinding agility in RuneScape, of course. An old school RuneScape, sorry. And we are already 40.6% of the way ahead to achieving level 95. And we're also going to be talking about certain stories that are happening in the current news cycle that I eventually also want to clip into, you know, YouTube videos, because, you know, I think I am going to start doing that, and I think it's going to help the YouTube channel, this beautiful YouTube channel, if I talk about the things that are relevant or somewhat relevant in the internet space or YouTube, or, you know. And yesterday, while I was, you know, watching YouTube, as I normally do at night every day, I was made aware of certain situations in great part thanks to Moist Critical, or Mr. Moist, aka Penguins Zero. And I'll talk about those in a second, but before I do, there's nobody on stream right now. It is what it is. But if you rewind this, or if somebody joins and you get to this part right here, I'm looking at you right now. I just want to tell you that I hope you're in your happy, safe, and cozy place. Okay? No matter where you're from, no matter what you do for a living, no matter how many pizzas you eat in a year, or how many tigers you domesticate. That'd be pretty cool, huh? A tiger domesticator? Sounds like a cool job to have. A very dangerous one, but nonetheless cool. So, I was watching the good sir Moist Critical yesterday, and he made a video. I'm gonna pop it here. Moist Critical. I'm gonna pop it here. Crazy Day on Twitch is the video. And yo, homie, what up? What up? How we feeling? I see my homie Daniel in the building. Welcome back to the stream, my man. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. Thank you for tuning in. And if I'm being honest, I'm not feeling that great. You know, I'm sick as hell. But, hey, man, we're trying to make the best out of the situation. We started the stream. I was just super bored after I woke up lying in bed. And I figured, hey, you know, why don't we take care of some business and stream, and then get some good moments or clips so that I can upload them to the YouTube channel afterwards. And sending you positive healing vibes, my dude. Thank you so much, my man. You know what? You're a goat, my G. I want to send all the chakra I can to Manitoba, which is, I believe, where you at. Or Mississauga. Not Mississauga, Manitoba, I believe. And likewise, my man, I just hope you're having a beautiful day. You're a top dog, bro. Got one of the biggest dicks I've ever seen in my life in this internet game. And you're just a good kid, man. You're a good man. But yeah, we're sick. I got a demonic handkerchief here where I don't want to stand up all the time and go to the bathroom and blow my nose. Hence, I have this diabolically pink giant handkerchief. So if I'm going to blow my nose, you know, what I might do is just turn the microphone off so that you don't hear me go, right? I don't think that's very pleasant. But hey, and how about you, my man? How are you? Talk to me, man. Talk to us. So, yeah, we watched this video from the homie yesterday. Crazy Day on Twitch. And let's talk about the first thing being reported on said video. The first thing that Charlie talks about. And apparently, guys, in this beautiful website they call Twitch, a couple decided to stream their baby being born. Yeah, you heard me right. A couple decided to stream their baby being born. So it was like obviously it wasn't born in a hospital, it was born home. I imagine surrounded by friends and family, this couple. And gotta stream that out, run the shower so it's hella steamy, just sitting there for a while. I do it all the time. Thank you, man. And yeah, I mean, there are certainly things that I want to talk about. And that's why I mostly turned on the stream. It's because I think a lot of interesting stuff is happening. And we just got to make YouTube videos. We just got to make content. So you heard me right. There was, look at this, right? Like in this thumbnail right here from Charlie's video. There are people here assisting the couple while their baby is being born. Huh? God dang. And I think I have to stand exactly with Charlie on his takes. Now, he says, and I will also say, that, you know, a good thing about this is that nothing bad happened to the baby being born. The baby was born safe and sound. You know, hooray, congratulations. And it's a good thing that nothing bad happened to the baby. I imagine it's just, you know, a baby being born in a house or in a home. The complications got to be more drastic than when a baby is being born in a hospital. My homie 500 point in the bazillion. Hey, big bro. Good morning, my G. Or good afternoon to you, because I know where you is. You all the way in Europe right now. Sending you a big hug, my G. 500 point. Hopefully everything is going amazing. Here we are, live streaming. A little bit sick, but nonetheless, you know, taking care of business. So yeah, I can imagine getting back to what we were talking about. And right now, TLDR, I'm talking about a story, right? A story in which apparently a newborn baby was filmed. Like the whole ritual of a baby being born was filmed on Twitch for the first time. And this couple, I imagine, is somewhat trying to milk this situation, right? I mean, why the hell would you film your baby being born if it's not for the sake of content, right? You gotta be crazy. So, yeah. And yeah, the baby was born. Everything is good, fine. But, bro, isn't that absolutely insane? Like, think about it. It's content. A baby being fucking born is now content on Twitch, and it potentially will be content in other websites, right? Or in other video platforms, streaming platforms, whatever. And if that is not insane, then I don't know what is. And Charlie's takes were absolutely spot on, right? So on the good side, yeah, nothing bad happened to the baby. The baby's born safe and sound. You know, when a baby is born home, I can imagine there are more complications than when it's born in the hospital, right? Like we just said. But film the baby being made and not being born. These content creators are doing too much. Yeah. And by the way, my homie Dubious in the motherfucking building. Good morning, my man. Hopefully everything is going absolutely great. Sending you a big hug, man. Hopefully you're having a beautiful Thursday. And yeah, TLDR, we're talking about, you know, a baby being born on Twitch. And I imagine, well, not I imagine, you know, his parents, the baby's parents, wanting to make content out of this. Because if they wouldn't, then why the hell would they film this in the first place, right? Let me turn the AC on real quick. And yeah, I had to blow my nose into the pink handkerchief. Again, I'm obliterated. I'm somewhat sick. But hey, we're still here. So, yeah, back to the baby being born on Twitch. Now, Moist Critical, the big boy Charlie, says what I think I would also say, that this was just pretty dystopian, right? Just the fact, bruh, that you can pull this kind of shit off in 2025 and that it has an audience, right? Apparently there were like somewhere between 30,000 people to 100,000 people at one point watching a baby being born on a live stream. That like, bruh, that is just crazy, man. You can't, bruh, you can't make this up. A baby, my G's, a baby being born is content in 2025. And you know what's going to happen from now on. Imagine how many degenerates are going to follow suit. Right? There's going to be an endless stream of couples now that are going to want to try and execute the same thing, because it's pulling somewhere between 30,000 to 100,000 people in. That is downright insane. So, Big Moist said it's dystopian. I couldn't agree more. And, you know, it's just crazy. He also makes emphasis on, you know, how people don't have privacy anymore, right? And the fact that almost everything is content or content worthy or content potential. Like, if you're streaming your newborn baby being born, then what else are you like streaming? For all we can imagine, you could also start streaming you taking a shit and wiping your ass with toilet paper, right? Or going to pee, or just an infinite amount of things that should happen behind closed doors and without a fucking camera being on recording it. If you're streaming your newly born baby being born, dog, again, you're streaming every single thing that happens in your life. You might as well have your entire life documented on camera. And what's really sad is, in Hunger Games type shit, it's only a matter of time. Squid Games IRL, bro, yeah. Absolutely, my good friend Dubious. Like, dude, it's just kind of sad to think, like, bruh, this baby, this human being, his spawn, his entry to living life, his start of the playthrough, which, you know, I think should be like something sacred, right? Dude, the act of being born and bringing somebody into the planet has to be one of the most sacred things, right? Ever. Like, just think about it, right? Being born, coming into existence. And this man, or this, I don't know if it's a baby boy or a baby girl. I'm not aware of the baby's sex or gender. Dude, it's documented. It's documented. There's film, there's footage of this. Like, WTF, bruh. And I see my homie Mark, guess who's here? And I see my homie Creative in the building. Guys, we're talking about a newborn baby being filmed and documented for our entertainment on a live stream on Twitch. All right. I don't know when this happened specifically, but I saw this YouTube video by the homie, Mr. Moist Critical, aka Penguin Zero, who, by the way, is a fascinating YouTuber. Mr. Moist. He's got to be one of the, YouTubers and or human beings that has, common sense. Or the most common sense out of, the content creation space. So, yeah, there was a baby. Again, it's just fucking insane to even say this. Yeah, give me a second. Mrs. Skits always saying hi, saying bye. So, yeah, guys, a baby being fucking born was live streamed. Again, I don't think I can say that enough. I don't think I can say that enough and come to terms with how fucking insane that is. Alright, a newborn being streamed like spawn camped, yes. The act of the baby being born, so a birth, was live streamed on Twitch. Again, I saw this Moist Critical video. Crazy day on Twitch, this one here. Go watch it yourself if you want to. It's insane. And at the moment, I'm a man. LOL. Unless you're memeing that I can be a girl. What's going on? So, yeah, chat. A fucking live stream was made to document the birth of a baby. So now giving birth to a baby is potentially content on Twitch and on YouTube. I just can't imagine how many people are going to follow suit. Because it's easy to be like, yeah, man, if we pull 30K to 100K viewers live streaming a baby being born, then it makes sense that other couples are going to be like, you know what? Let's live stream that too. Because, yeah, you might pull in thousands and thousands of viewers. God knows how many donations you might get, blah, blah, blah. And now imagine famous people, right? If it's like, I don't know, hypothetical. I'm just going to say names here. Imagine Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie are like, you know what? They're two nobodies or two normal people live streamed a baby being born. And they got 30K to 100K viewers. Imagine what we could do as like a power couple. Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt. Imagine how many motherfuckers we could like tune in if we live stream our baby being born. Right? So I think the Kardashians could follow suit. I think somebody like Jada Pinkett Smith, the Sith Lord herself, as Charlie calls her. Or no, not Charlie, sorry. Your tan man Superman, homie Jamari. Also a good, an amazing YouTube commentator. So, dude. So, thought you were a Skid's long distance wife. I'm his long distance K lover. Yep, he's not lying. So, imagine that. It's like two people who just thought of this, pulled in those many viewers on a baby being born live stream. Imagine what famous people can pull off. It's just sad, man. It's just like, holy shit. How can this be a thing? Right? It's content, guys. So now, if you're a couple, you're gonna have a child, you're gonna have a baby, you might want to consider filming it and making a live stream out of it, because it's content, guys. What the fuck is going on? So, let me mute this. I need to spit. I'm out of it, bro. So, no Nujabes today. I don't think there's any Nujabes today, man. We had Nujabes yesterday, and you weren't around, my G Vlad. So, Vlad with the Nujabes line always. Good morning, my G Vlad. Hopefully you're having a beautiful morning, man. I'm loyal to Nujabes. Well, I'm also very loyal to Nujabes. You can be that, and I can be his long dick gay lover. All right, hold me. Let me mute again, Jesus. Just bad. Always Nujabes, Nujabes forever. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, what else is there to say about this? You know, about the fact that a baby, a newborn baby, the act of giving birth to a human being, was streamed live on Twitch. What else can we say? I mean, it's just unbelievable, man, that is the state of, like, content creation. So more and more insane things are going to be live streamed. Like, look, if the birth of a fucking person is live streamed and Twitch is like, you got our thumbs up, because, I mean, again, 30,000 to 100,000 people were seeing this. And again, why are there so many people watching a live stream of a baby being born? What is going on? You know, I can understand, you know, watching the act of a baby being made, aka coitus. And that's why porn websites exist, and, you know, porn is there. Pornography. But the act of a baby being born? You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Wow. I mean, I think certain things shouldn't be allowed. All right. And a baby being born and live streaming that should not be a thing. All right. That's what I'm going to say. Jesus Christ. Bruh, I mean, wow. So, turn seriously, what happened to the group trip to the Eiffel Tower? Bro, ain't that technically child corn? I don't know, man. I don't even know. I'm just as surprised as you would be. Or anybody. Oh, forgot about it. Let's go. No, man, I'm just still, like, amazed that is a headline. That is like a story. That is something that happened on a website like Twitch. Jesus, man. So, yeah. The only good thing about this is that the baby was born safe and sound. And then everything else is just bad. All right, what the fuck is going on in 2025, guys? I mean, a live stream of a baby being born again happened on Twitch. This is unbelievable. Now, the homie Big Moist said it is dystopian. I couldn't agree more. All right. And now the second thing that, are you sure the live stream isn't AI made by Sora AI? It's insane how real they get recently. Man, here is the video. Watch this. Right? Half the thumbnail, this part of the thumbnail here is the baby being born. I don't think you can, bro. I wouldn't even know who the hell would want to Sora AI this. You would have to be a fucking degenerate. So watch my homie Penguin Zero's video about this crazy day on Twitch. Right? It's crazy. It's crazy. So it should have happened sooner. Could be good educational content. Maybe. I don't know. I just think it's just wow, man. And now the second thing that we're going to talk about, chat, is this right portion of the thumbnail here. You know, the HASAN Piker dog abuse situation. Allegedly. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say it's allegedly because, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be here live on a live stream. I'm not going to go live or be caught on camera saying that the homie did or did not do what he was alleged of doing, right? Which is like abusing and hurting his dog with like a shock collar when the dog wasn't doing anything. So, okay, TLDR, guys. Maybe you know who HASAN Piker is, and maybe you don't know who HASAN Piker is, so I'm going to enlighten you as to who HASAN Piker is very quickly. So, HASAN Piker is a political commentator and a internet personality. He's mostly a Twitch streamer, but I think it's safe to say he's branched out to pretty much every video platform. Right? He's on YouTube, he's on TikTok, he's everywhere. And he's a political commentator, I guess. And I think he has Arabic descendancy or heritage. And some of his takes apparently are absolutely insane. There are some people who even allege that he's like a terrorist with a microphone or with a camera, and he's out here giving all these insane takes. Now, I don't really care about HASAN Piker like that. I don't have to say anything good or bad about anybody in the content creation landscape, simply because I don't know who they are as a person. And all you get to see mostly is who they are on camera and what other people say about them. Right? And yeah, well, HASAN Piker is a pretty big streamer, a pretty big, Twitch streamer, YouTuber, whatever. And recently, apparently and allegedly, he has this huge dog that you can see here to the left of himself in the thumbnail. And the story goes that his dog's name is Kaya. So Kaya just started fidgeting and moving around while she was like in frame of the camera. And apparently and allegedly, this homie shocked her with a shock collar device and got super upset for very little to no justifiable reason at all. And, well, the internet was not happy about that. I guess was comment about dog abuser didn't go through it, was too explicit. Yeah, I mean, the story is, the headline is Hasan Piker, tortured his dog Kaya, allegedly. All right, and sorry about that. And what do I have to say about that? I mean, should it be very authentic, or should it be real? Let's say that he did abuse the dog, or he shocked it. You guys have to see the clip. Again, you can watch Big Moist's video. There's going to be clips included of how the situation went down. And you physically can see this happen live. Like the moment where he allegedly shocks the dog live. And, well, if it is true, I think it's just bad, man. It looks terrible on the homie. Like, I saw the clip myself. I don't think the dog did anything wrong. Right? And he did react so, like his reaction was so overwhelmingly unnecessary, right? Like, the dog just moves and he starts, like, whining and complaining for absolutely no reason. It's not like the dog ate a soccer ball or took a shit on camera or started peeing everywhere. The dog was just moving. And he starts complaining, and then allegedly he zaps it with a shock collar remote. So if I see someone torturing a dog, he gets the torture. So, I mean, nothing's really written in stone. Because, again, it's all, like, alleged, right? I don't think right now there's any definite proof that he had a shock collar device or a remote. You just see the dog kind of, like, squirm in pain. And he does reach for something. And some people are also saying that it could have been that the dog kind of stepped on its claw or something. It misstepped and it hurt its claw. That's why the dog whined. Again, I don't know anything. There's nothing really definite right now. It's mostly he said, she said shit. But if it were true, if the homie did, like, shock the dog for no reason, I mean, what the hell's going on? You're looking at probably just a terrible human being. But if it was just an accident and Hasan really did do nothing wrong, perhaps, except come off as like a whiny bitch, then, I mean, I don't think he really deserves all the flack or all the negativity his way. Again, and this man is such a polarizing figure. You either love him or hate him. Like, there's no in between. There's not like a gray area with Hasan. It's either you love him or you hate him. And, yeah, I mean, but it would be pretty dumb. Like, why would you shock a dog live on stream? If that's what's happening, dude, you gotta have no brain cells, right? If you're gonna catch me shocking my dog Jack live on stream, like, wouldn't you think I'm a pretty dumb person? Like, if you're gonna commit a crime, right, or you're gonna do something terrible, you don't want to be seen, bruh. You don't want to be live on stream. it takes an idiot to do something like that. I'm not justifying anything. I'm just saying you gotta be fucking stupid if you're going to do something terrible on camera, right? So that's why I'm kind of leaning more into the prospect that he didn't do anything similar like that, you know? And I see my homie Valentine in the motherfucking building. One of the Romania's biggest dicks right now. Welcome back, my man. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. All good, guys. Got to hop on VC in a bit. What about you all? Just taking care of business right now. Talking about certain things that are in the news cycle currently. And having a chat with the boys here, as always. So, TLDR, too late, didn't read. Yeah, apparently the Twitch streamer and political commentator HASAN Piker shocked his dog live on stream, and it's all caught in camera or on camera. There's a lot of fuzz being said and done. The beehive is buzzing, and they are sentencing this man to pretty much death, it seems, on the internet. And I'm saying, you know, let's say playing devil's advocate, if you're going to do something stupid on camera, like, why the fuck would you be on camera doing something stupid? So that's why I'm saying I don't think so, man. I don't think a guy in his position would do something like... You'd have to be mentally retarded to just, you know, do something like that. It's like, bro, for real? You are that stupid that you would get caught on camera abusing an animal? I don't think so. And if it were the case, then it's like that emoji with the man, like, kind of with his hand on his face, like, oh shit, like, it's just I'm an idiot. So shout out to HASAN Piker, the dog abuser. Allegedly. Yeah, we gotta say allegedly, boys. I don't want to get caught on camera saying something that, you know, imagine I'm here. It's like, yeah, HASAN Piker abused a dog. He killed it live on stream with a shock collar. And eventually it gets disproven. It's not even real. It was Sora AI. It was all part of a big bit. And what does allegedly... Allegedly is a word that you use in order to defend yourself from the idea that something might happen or not. So, allegedly also means, you know, could be or could not be. You know, it is or it's not. It's like, you know, allegedly. It might have happened, it might have not. And it's like a safe word, right? You can say, I don't know, X man ran over X woman with a truck. And if you don't know whether it's true or not, and to not sound like an idiot, you say allegedly. You know, because, again, is it true? Is it not? Who knows? So, I saw a woman crushing kittens in high heels in the 90s. That's, wow, that is diabolical right there. So anything you say can and will be used against you. Yeah, that's the internet in 2025, right? So to conclude this segment on whether HASAN Piker did or did not abuse his dog with a shock collar, if it really ended up happening, if that is the case, then one, homie is stupid, and he should not have a platform either. Or he should get some sort of repercussions. Because you got to be an idiot if you are willing to get caught on camera, live, hurting an animal that doesn't deserve to be hurt. All right? You're an idiot. But if it's not true, and it was just, you know, an accident or something. The dog hurt itself accidentally or whatever, then I think, you know, he shouldn't be getting the flack he's getting or the negativity or the hate. He needs Nujabes in his life. I think, yes. I think HASAN needs... I think everybody, not even only HASAN Piker. I think he does need Nujabes, but everybody does. Jesus. What else did we get to see yesterday that I want to convert into a clip or a YouTube video? Guys, I also saw this YouTube video yesterday. I think I want to point your direction to it. Louis Aista. This guy, all right? His name is Louis Aista. He's like a hip-hop commentator. He makes video essays about, you know, rappers or something very hip-hop related. And, dude, this is fucking golden here. We saw this video yesterday about Fat Joe, and it's titled Fat Joe Hip Hop's Biggest Liar. Again, if you don't know who Fat Joe is, he was a very prominent figure in hip hop in the 90s and early 2000s. He's from the East Coast. He's from the New York area. He's Puerto Rican and Cuban, and apparently he was like super gangster and shit. Very influential in the scene. And well, the video is called Fat Joe, the biggest capper of all, right? Or hip hop's biggest liar. Dude, there are these two stories that Louis Aista talks about that are like very commonplace in his lore that I just wanted to share with you, right? So, number one, and I think this is going to make Mark laugh because it involves karate, right? You got this guy, Fat Joe, right? You got this homie, Fat Joe, and he's a bit slimmer now. He's not as fat, but before he used to be packing on weight. Let's say he was he was significantly overweight, right? For a long time, especially in the early bits of his career. Allegedly, all right? Allegedly, my peeps, and I want Mark to listen to this one. Allegedly, this man in high school beat the living shit out of a black belt or this karate expert, he says. And this man looking like this, you know, or like this, having no martial arts background, pulled that off, right? He's fat allegedly. Yes, allegedly. We got to say that. And apparently in high school, a karate expert came into the picture, and this man beat the living shit out of this karate guy with no martial arts background, right? And the way that the story is being told in the video, and at one point he's like on a podcast or on a radio show with two other dudes. Dude, these two other dudes that were listening in to Fat Joe telling the story, they were dying. They were crying from how hard they were laughing, bro. Right? Because, mind you, Fat Joe's like, yeah, man, this karate homie came in, and I just beat the shit out of man. And one of the homies is like, bro, but didn't he even, like, kick you once or chop you? He's like, nah, man, I just went in this guy, I kabowed him with a chop, and I kablammed him with my hands. And these other two guys listening to the story were just fucking crying. And when I was hearing the man himself get behind this story, I couldn't help but fucking laugh so much. It's like, and bruh, I would have broken his knee 3 seconds. Nah, man, like, Fat Joe is a demon for that story, right? Hey, sup, my G? I see my homie Pika in the motherfucking building. Welcome back to the stream, my man. Welcome back to the chat. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day, my G Pika. Sending you a big hug. What's up, my man? How you is? Here we are, leveling agility and talking about some things. We talked about a baby being born on Twitch. We talked about HASAN Piker dog controversy. And now we're talking about Fat Joe, allegedly hip-hop's biggest liar. Again, if you want full context of what I'm talking about, you should watch Luesta's video here. This is a gem. Even if you don't know Fat Joe, bruh, or his music, or who he is, you watch this, it's like a comedy special, man. Right? And allegedly, Fat Joe is hip-hop's biggest liar, right? And one of the things he lied about, allegedly, is, yeah, with no martial arts experience, this man beat the living shit out of a black belt in karate, or a karate expert. And it's just funny. And square up, boy, if you think martial arts is fake. Karate is mostly just fancy moves. Martial arts got nothing when it comes to street fights. Well, this was not a street fight. This is a fight that took place in high school. So, I don't know. And guys, no arguing. I hear someone talk about two bodies together. Something like fight. I am here to fight with love. Good answer. That is my man's. And I don't say it's fake. I say martial arts is allegedly fake. Good take. With the word allegedly, you are immune to any sort of negative backlash. And the funniest story, guys, about Fat Joe and how he is the biggest capper in rap. Look, man, this one makes even less sense. You got this man right here, right? Fat Joe. Fat Joe, who we could also call Out of Shape Joe, right? Fat Joe, Out of Shape Joe. This man allegedly robbed like 70 people in a gymnasium, in a school gymnasium, without any weapon. So allegedly, it's all being done by hand. He robbed 70 people plus in a school gymnasium without any weapons. And it's like he took everybody's coat, wallet, jersey. Like, he allegedly stole so much from 70 people at a school gymnasium that some of the homies that he stole from actually had to help him carry the loot that he stole far away to a safe place. Now, you gotta be fucking kidding me with that one. Wait, let me mute for a second. Now, this guy, Out of Shape Joe, again, let me emphasize this. Fat Joe, allegedly, this man claims, he even says it himself. He says, I went to a school, in the school gymnasium, there were 70 people. I rubbed them all without no weapons. It's just hand point. I rubbed them all. Mind you, in a school gymnasium? What is this man doing in a school gymnasium? Fat Joe, Out of Shape Joe. And robbing 70 people. Not 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 30, 70 plus people in a school gymnasium. No weapons. And he took so much loot that he had some of the people that he allegedly stole from help him carry the loot to somewhere safe. That has to be just fucking beautiful. And bless you, my man. Thank you, bro. If he had a gun, maybe. He had no weapons. He just had his hands and the fat in his name and in his stomach area. Dude, you sick? Need some tips of Pika to get better fast? It's all right. I got a wife who's a doctor. I'm pretty taken care of. Wait a second again. And yeah, I am indeed sick, but it is what it is. So he can barely walk to the gym, let alone rob 70 people in a gym. Look, man, this is like worthy of like a Chappelle Show skit or something. Like, you cannot make this shit up, man. Fat Joe, of all people, get healthy so we can get that castle. Thank you, man. We already got the castle, baby. We just need more time to pass. And, you know, we need to settle on a location to build it. Because the spiritual castle is already there. It's just a physical one. We need to combine our efforts and talents and ideas to execute it. So, nah, man. You gotta be fucking kidding me. The karate story is insane. Like, how this man cowabunged a black belt, a karate black belt, with no martial arts experience. That is insane. But the one where he apparently robs 70 people plus at a school gymnasium without any weapons whatsoever, and he had help from the same people that he robbed to carry the loot somewhere safe. Yo, you gotta be, it's just like so funny, man. It's just so, it's just like, it's gotta be a bit, chat. It's gotta be like a comedy skit. And I read somewhere that he's like the kind of guy that you just let him yap, because everything he says is just so far-fetched from reality that you just laugh. And you're just thinking to yourself, like, what is this idiot going to say next? How is he going to out-cap himself? And it's like, you know what this man said? You come home to your wife and you're like, yeah, I was hanging out with Fat Joe. And you know what he said? He said that he had a fight with a tiger with his hands tied behind his back. He had a set of chopsticks that he was chewing on with his mouth, and he beat a tiger. He killed a tiger. No hands, chopsticks in mouth, and the tiger was like bloodlusted. And mind you, it was like a 800-kilogram tiger. And Fat Joe took care of it like he was catching a wild ratata or something. You're like, nah, bruh. It's like, Vlad is allegedly wilding out right now. Before my villain arc, I would have shot him in the knee or the chin with a kick. His advantage on fighting martial artists must have been because of the different weight class, allegedly. Nah, man. I mean, dude, if you're a martial arts expert, if you are an expert boxer, an expert karate man, an expert taekwondo, an expert wrestler, you're going to take care of something like this. You're going to take care of anybody with relative ease who has no like martial arts background. It doesn't matter what martial arts you partake. If you're already an expert in any martial arts, you're taking care of Fat Joe and anybody pretty easy. Mind you, Fat Joe doesn't have any martial arts background. He's just like a big guy, right? He's an overweight. He's a fat man. But in high school, and it's like this guy versus a black belt in karate. I don't know in what universe Fat Joe is, man. That has to be just fucking cap. That is just funny, man. Bruh. But the gymnasium one where he robs 70 people is even crazier. Again, without disregarding your wife, there are many health remedies and practices that modern medicine has yet to adopt, which have been passed down through generations within families. Thank you, man. Facts, Pika. And allegedly, that wasn't fat on him. It was all muscle. Pure muscle. Yeah. Muscle Joe, they should call him. When he looks like this. You gotta be kidding me, man. That this man robbed 70 people at a school gymnasium. No weapons. No weapons. And he took so much loot that he had to get help from some of the people he robbed in the gym. Wow. That is... And isn't Fat Joe the same age as Mark? Nah, man. Fat Joe is pretty old right now. He should be like in his 50s. Fat Joe age, let's see. Fat Joe age 55. Yeah. He's pretty old. He's getting close to being considered, you know, ancient. Not ancient, but you know, he's 55? 55 is pretty old. Not the oldest, but yeah, man. So you gotta be you gotta be kidding me. Again, if you guys want any context, you want to watch this video by the YouTuber Luesta, Fat Joe, hip hop's biggest liar. Even if you don't know who he is, you're not familiar with his music, you watch this fucking video, you're going to giggle, man. It's funny as hell. And give me your money or I'll eat you, ass robber. Yeah, like, nah. No. Imagine this man who has no business being anywhere close to a school gymnasium. He's probably hanging out at McDonald's 90% of the time, eating Big Macs and Chicken McNuggets. He's at a school gymnasium. He robs 70 people. No weapon in hand, no gun, no knife, no nothing. Hand point with his bare hands. He robs 70 plus people. And he's like, he asks 5 of the homies that he robbed, yo, man, can you guys help me with all the loot? He took coats, wallets, necklaces, shoes. He took everything, apparently, from 70 plus people. And he's getting away with it. This man at a school gymnasium? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Jesus, man. No. You gotta be fucking kidding me. It inspired me really to just go more manic in the bits, right? Like, I think I want to start the stream every day with like, yeah, you know what, guys? My name is Skits. I just came back home from a duel that I had with Velociraptor. You guys be like, what? It's like, that's right, guys. I just fought a Velociraptor with no weapon available. And I black belted this Velociraptor into submission. For all we know, this Velociraptor even said something like, Skits, I'll suck your dick. You gotta stop being a menace with those hands of yours. Like, you'd be like, what is this guy even saying? You just got home from fighting a Velociraptor? It's like, yeah, man. It's true. The only thing that Velociraptor did was fall into submission quickly. There's no chance a human being one-on-one does anything without a weapon to a Velociraptor, right? So that's not exactly what happened with Joe. He didn't commit the robbery alone. He made threats along with his group of friends. He wasn't alone. He was there that day, but the fact is it wasn't just him. It was a threat of massacre. Look, man, I don't know. But it's like Fat Joe lore, right? And I'm not that old, bro. Yeah. Fat Joe is Kingpin in real life. Apparently, he was like super gangster. And he does have like Puerto Rican gangster affiliations or whatnot. But some of these takes, some of these stories are just like, what, man? And just saying not that many black belts in the world, kind of sus it. Yeah, man. Something like, if you don't do it, my guys will come here and things will get worse. Again, this was all like in high school, man. You don't have that kingpin persona in high school. You're not robbing 70 people in a school gymnasium when your name is Fat Joe and you don't have a weapon available. If 10 of those 70 people just came together and be like, we just got to beat the living shit out of this man and nothing will happen. 10 of those 70 plus people could have easily been like, you know what? Let's just beat the living shit out of this guy. And look, you got 10 guys who are also arguably fit, right? It's like, dude, we can beat the living shit out of this guy. And if he comes back, like, let's just beat him up so badly that he's never going to threaten us again. And he's not going to come with, like, 20 thugs later. Like, dude, come on, man. 70 plus people being robbed by this man at a school gymnasium. No weapon. Come on, man. You gotta be capping. That is bullshit. And I see my homie Steve, baby, in the motherfucking bazillion. We're talking about Fat Joe being the biggest capper in rap. And there are these two stories that I am now familiar with thanks to Louis Asta's Fat Joe Hip Hop's Biggest Liar video, which is just a gem, honestly. And I didn't see it all. I saw maybe like 15, 20 minutes of it. Wow. Isn't it insane? And can send you a pic of mine on Discord when Mrs. Mark is home with her cell phone? What? Oh, the black belt. Okay. Ooh, I would love that, Papa. And with one Dan. So suddenly nobody wanted to be the first mortal victim. That must have been the point. Again, boys. What? No. That's not happening. That's not happening. There's no universe where Fat Joe is robbing 70 people at a school gymnasium without any weapon whatsoever in hand. And to top it all off, he's asking some of the people he robbed, like, hey, man, can you be so kind to help me take the loot somewhere safe where, you won't get it back? Dude, Fat Joe, I'm sorry, man. What is this guy doing near a school gymnasium? Other than, like, feeling some sort of way when he sees people like being athletic and shit. And Mark whips ass. Not anymore. Had my drug arc since. So it's just fucking funny, man. It's just unbelievable. Wait a second. Oh Lord. Whew. So sorry guys, I'm muting the microphone so that you don't hear me gargle and splurge mucus into my insanely insane pink handkerchief that my wife provided me. And what else, man? We saw the last thing that I want to talk about today that is clip worthy. By the way, we just talked about Fat Joe being hip hop's biggest capper. If you guys want to see this video, even if you have no idea who he is, dude, this video is just golden. It's memes. It's funny. Dude, it's just hilarious. Go watch it from my boy Luesta. Now, the last thing I want to talk that is kind of clip worthy or yeah, something that I saw that was super funny that I wanted to share with you guys is Speed and Lil Uzi, man. Dude, so yeah, there was a stream, I don't know when it happened, between the homie ishowspeed, arguably the pirate king today when it comes to modern day streaming, and Lil Uzi Vert, one of SoundCloud rappers' biggest exponents and just a hip-hop savant extraordinaire. And not only is he, I want to say lit, not only is he lit, but man, Uzi is one of these characters. He's one of these personalities that just radiates, fun and charisma and good times, man. I don't think you could have a boring day or a boring time if you're near Uzi, man. Uzi is just that guy, man. He's got he's just got a great personality. He's funny as hell. He dances, he skates, he break dances. He makes cool music. He's just fucking hilarious, man, too. He's just, again, like a really solid guy. So when you have Speed and this man, like when you have this man, and look at fucking Uzi here, man. Like, dude, Uzi, I just want to, I think I want to play this with you guys because, yeah, man, it's just golden. It's just golden, chat. We're going to, like, look at homie Uzi, bruh. Look at his fucking hairstyle, man. This guy is like a Super Saiyan who got electrocuted. Man, look at the swag, bro. We all know that in mobster talk, they always raise the bar to become more impressive, and it just becomes something like John Wick. Fake until you beat it. Sup, boys? My homie Dupo in the building. Welcome back to the stream, my man. Welcome back to the chat. Here we are. We're talking about, a stream that happened between the legend ishowspeed and the legend Lil Uzi Vert. Streamer ishowspeed and rapper Lil Uzi. Brett, look, I don't care what you fucking say. And even if you know homie music or not, that's not what we're talking about right now. If you are or not acquaintance with the homie Uzi, this man right here, anybody that has a hairstyle this fucking, anybody who's going out looking like this has already plus 9,000 aura. All right? Dude, again, look at the hairstyle, bruh.
We never met, bro. Damn, dude. We get Uzi in this shit.
Nah, man.
Yeah. You gotta teach me something, bro.
Bro, they in here teaching me something, man. You talking about I gotta teach you something?
I'm not a creator. You gotta teach me something.
Bro.
And DBC Super Saiyan sounds good. I'm in Tokyo now. I'm going to post a video to the Discord tomorrow. Nice, man. Hopefully you're having a ball, man, in Tokyo, Japan, baby. So, yeah, man. You got two of arguably the modern era's most funny and charismatic personalities. You got both on camera right now. Again, ishowspeed here and Uzi. This is a recipe for comedy. This is just fucking.
We need some help over here. We need some help over here.
This is just absolutely insane. So in the beginning, they have like a skate competition. It's like who can land the most skate tricks and shit. Pretty funny. And then at one point,
Okay.
at one point,
Right now. Come on, let's go, bro.
they're gonna have like a break dance battle. Right? Where is it? There's just this fucking clip right here. They're having a dance battle at one point, right? So they start putting music, and they're having like a dance battle. Speed with them backflips. Yo, Speed. And mind you, Uzi also can breakdance, man. Look at that shit. Look at Uzi go, man. God damn. Woo. Again, man. Uzi's fucking incredible. Speed's also goated. Right?
Okay. Hey, tell who won that? Hold on.
So they're asking, like, who won? Right? They're competing. They're having fun with it. Now, look at this, man. They start fucking debating who wins. Right? They start comparing themselves. Look at this shit, man. Just this moment from the stream. I think I replayed this like 20 times, just how fucking funny it is, right? So they're arguing right now who's like the most lit, who won the most competitions from the like friendly spar. Look at this shit, man. These guys got some dance moves for real. Yeah, absolutely.
Right, you want like this? You talking about?
Right? They're arguing about who's lit.
You talking about? Bro, no, you doing?
Bro, you can't. Come on, bro. I won it. I won the dance battle. Do that again.
No.
Oh my god, bro. No. I rewinded that like fucking 20 times. You know? It's like, you did this, you did that.
You talking about?
Bro, no.
You doing?
Bro, you can't even do that. Come on, bro. I won that. I won the dance battle. Do that again.
No.
Oh, no. The funny thing is just how Uzi reacts, and he wants to start laughing the second time that Speed does it. Again, man, this is just so fucking funny, bro. It is so funny, man. I had to rewind this shit. I'm not gonna lie, like fucking 20 times. Right? Again, man.
You talking about? You talking about?
Bro, you can't even do that. Come on, bro. I won that. I won the dance battle. Do that again.
No.
Oh my god, bro, in Black City. Hey, bro, what's up, my G? And is that a St. Bernard dog sound? What the fuck? Nah, man, this is arguably two of the greatest entertainers. One rapper, homie Lil Uzi. One streamer, ishowspeed. This is just too fucking funny, man. Speed has such a free soul. He just don't give a crap how ridiculous he looks on public. Yeah, bro. Speed is goated, my man. And again, I don't know how many times I watched this shit last night. And it's just like, you can't make this shit up, man. Uzi is so fucking funny. And Speed, they're just again, one last time, bro. This is too fucking insane.
You talking about?
Bro, no. Bro, you can't even do that. Come on, bro. I won that. I won the dance battle. Do that again.
Yo. You can't fucking make. Yeah, man, when Uzi's like, come on, bro, like, he wants to just fucking laugh right there, right?
Bro, no. Bro, you can't even.
He's like, what the fuck is that? And then he's like, do that again.
I won the dance battle. Do that again.
No.
Again, man. Holy shit, man. I was legitimately crying yesterday when I was watching this. The whole thing is so funny, man. Their skate battle, the dance battle, just how they interact with one another, man. It's really so funny, man. And I was just fucking out, you know. I feel like shit. I'm kind of deleted right now. Let me mute again. I mean, holy Jesus. Holy Jesus, was that fucking hilarious. Speed and Uzi are just goated, bruh. 100%. And bro, did you check my album? I only checked a bit. I haven't checked it all. And I gotta say, man, I so far what I listened to like 2 or 3 tracks. Good shit you got, man. I think your melody game is pretty insane, bro. Your melodics and the pianos, the key game that you bring in is fucking legendary. So, yeah. Yeah, man. Which song do you like the most? I don't know. I don't know the names of the songs. But I'd say what I listen to is great. I don't have any favorites. I'd have to go over it again and, you know, really think about it. Because, or not think about it, just like listen to the entire thing and, you know, with love and attention and say and answer your questions. Because right now I can't. I went over the tracks like very quickly. I had other things in my mind. And I wasn't really immersed in the experience. But, yeah. I'd say just on a very superficial level, it was fire. I liked what I listened to. But I can't really go specifics and shit. So, yeah, man. I mean, fuck, man. This stream, or this, like, highlight video, this whatever it is, from Speed Universe, ishowspeed versus Lil Uzi Vert, absolutely golden, bruh. I mean, I love Speed and I love Uzi, man. Both men need to be protected at all costs. They're both great. And just imagine this man out and about with this fucking hairstyle right there. It is like, man, homie has so much aura, bruh. They're just fucking great. Sugar to soothe your sore throat. Trust me, I don't really have that much of a sore throat. It's more like a mucus and respiratory problems. You know, a lot of mucus, cold. And the spring season has dawned, and Black City's crush, Purple City, is undergoing seasonal hormonal changes. She's itching for the D. Listen to Black City's album to see if he can win his crush. Wow. That's crazy. That does look like a side quest from the homie. And protect them at all costs unless they allegedly abuse dogs. You know, everything is fair game. You never really truly know what a person does behind closed doors, but I would go to say that, you know, they are solid, bruh. They are solid. I'm just praying and crossing my fingers, hoping here that they are never bad people, or they never get caught doing some dumbass shit. Because I think at the bottom, when everything's said and done, Speed is a good kid and Uzi's also a good guy, bro. Again, have they done something controversial and shit? Most likely. But I don't think they're evil. I don't think they're bad people. They can't be, man. A guy that goes out in public looking like this, he only wants to do good, bruh. Again, I'm just looking at this fucking fit, and I can't help but smile and kind of like giggle to myself. This is just so fucking funny, man. And their interactions too, like what they did. So Quest, agree. Do it regularly after every eat, or even before sleep, or when you wake up. Uzi stole money from live stream credit card. What? I don't even know what the hell that is. Bro, can I make you happy? I'm curious to see what, how you're gonna make me happy, but go ahead, man. And allegedly, somebody here understands the power of the word allegedly. Vlad is not fucking playing around, all right? Again, it's like, dude, Donald Trump had sex with a great white shark, allegedly. Skits beat up a T-Rex. No weapon, no nothing. And he fucked the T-Rex. Allegedly. P. Diddy exploded B.O.B.'s car because he was going to date Sierra or something. Allegedly. So allegedly is like, yeah, what a fun word to use. Yeah. I think exactly like you, man. So it literally protects you against anything and everything, right? Because you could say like the most outlandish shit and just cover your back with that, right? It's like XYZ happened. What? Allegedly. It's not what I'm saying, man. It's what other people are saying, allegedly. I agree. So, yeah, Fat Joe robbed 70 plus people. No weapon in hand at a school gymnasium. Fat Joe, of all people. Allegedly. It's like, oh. So, everything is allegedly, right? Jesus, man. Hilarious, man. Hilarious. So I think we already went over pretty much everything that I wanted to clip and like talk about and share with you guys, right? Because I just gotta milk, I figured it out. I had a one-on-one with myself and I was like, you know what? I need to start doing different things. We need to change the strategy up a little bit so that we get a bigger dick, allegedly. And I think, yeah, man, I'm definitely going to talk about things that are happening in the internet space. I'm just going to clip him. How's the agility grind going? Terrible, man. I mean, in one way, or in one hand, I'm always getting more XP. I'm getting closer and closer. But in the other hand, bro, this is eternal. This is forever, man. This is taking way too long. And it is excruciating. It's an excruciating grind. But, hey, man, here we are. We're here. We were committed to the bit. And how's Nujabez? Nujabez is hopefully in heaven. Making beats for the angels and for God. And I'll send a pic of my black belt and red pimping GI tonight, or gi tonight on Discord to prove I'm not full of shit. Alright. And I'll be eagerly waiting with my dick and lube out. And how's Vlad? Wait a second. I need a mute. Wow. I don't know, man. Jesus, bro. And I took this like medication that I think I should have had something in my stomach, food wise, in order to handle the medicine and its effects, because I'm feeling way too drowsy, man. It's not like sleepy that I'm feeling. It's just like, man, I feel this like overwhelming pressure in my stomach, and I just feel like my eyes, man, they want to shut down, bruh. At least I'm getting all this mucus and phlegm out of my system, and I think it's like a cold medication that helps with like sore throat, fever, headaches, but it's like an all-in-one blitzer. But boy, oh boy, I have had nothing to eat today. I've only had a cup of coffee that I also drank on stream, right? This, my wife always brings me a cup. And I've only had a bit of this water right here. That's it. And go get some rest, bro. I am in the afternoon. I'm like, when 12 p.m. hits and I go down and get some lunch, I'm going to come back and just probably rest. But then again, my wife told me, and she's a doctor, that, staying in bed is okay, but just trying to live your normal life is even better. Because I don't know how she explained. I literally Homer Simpson. It's like when a woman starts talking to you and you just blank out and start thinking about Fat Joe robbing people in a gymnasium, and you just see like space and shit, and all you say to your significant other or it's like, okay, yeah, got you, and she's just yapping. All you're hearing is like what Charlie Brown hears at a class, like wow 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 wow. I was like, yep, okay. So she was saying something about how if you just like lead your life or your day normally, it's better than to just like be in bed and recovering. But hey, and sorry I wrote Uzi, but it was wrong. Look at Discord. I will send you something crazy to react. No, right now I'm not going to react to anything. I need to blitz this, man. I need to blitz this. And I also need to figure out, Pika, how I am going to execute that. Like, I do want to react to certain things that you guys send me, but maybe doing that at the end of the stream instead of like in the middle of it or in the beginning. Maybe we're gonna start using the Discord text channel, the one where Skits reacts. And if there's stuff to watch there, I'll watch it at the end of the stream. Cause right now, and I got my homie Military, baby. He's making beats probably. And yeah, I think we're gonna start using that text channel, Skits Reacts. And at the end of the stream, or like at the last segment of the stream, I'm just gonna react to whatever you guys send me. I think that's the way that I want to execute it. And get some rest and put on Ujaba's Modal Soul. It will cure sickness. Yeah. At least them sonic frequencies will really help. Although I'm more of a metaphorical music guy than a Modal Soul. Metaphorical music is my favorite Nuge album. And when your partner is going yapaholic mode, allegedly. Yeah, it's not even yapaholic. It's just Skits being an idiot, right? I asked her like, why is it better to just lead your, like, have a normal day rather than just stay in bed and sleep it out? And she started saying things. I just zoned out, bro. I was like, oh, okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. And I had no idea what the hell she was saying. It happens to me a lot, I just zone out. And I just start hearing noise instead of, like, words. I don't know if it's the ADHD. I don't know if it's just me being retarded. I don't know what it is. And shout out to Metaphorical Music. Yeah, man. Metaphorical Music, one of the greatest albums of all time. In my humble opinion. And by far my favorite body of work from the homie. I also really like Ristorante mixtape side A and B. It's just such a funky project. But I think Metaphorical Music has to be downright the most insane. So yeah, man. Could be the creamy chicken Alfredo. Could be. I had one yesterday. No, I think today I'm gonna have a barbecue. I'm gonna have a chicken BBQ. That's what it's gonna be about. Chicken barbecue. It's just got more vegetables. It's just like a more healthy dish. And again, I've already eaten like 2 Alfredos this week. So I ate an Alfredo Monday and I ate an Alfredo yesterday. And today I have class. I'm really not looking forward for that. I have class at 7:30 p.m. Dog. And I really don't want to skip because if I skip, then I fail to write like notes about things that I want to have notes on. But I'm really not looking forward to go to class at 7:30 p.m. I'm just not looking forward to that. They need your English teaching, sirs. No. It's not me giving an English class. It's me receiving a Bible-oriented theology class instead. Big difference. Skits is doing the learning, not the teaching. And I have a class every Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. That's when we begin. And sometimes they can extend themselves. It's apparently only till 8:40 p.m. But sometimes it drags on to like 9-ish, 9:10 p.m. Especially the more they ask questions and the more yapping happens. And boy, oh boy. And I do love my class. I love this class that I'm taking, and I love my teacher, and I love my peers. But I'm not in it, man. I'm not in it today. I just honestly want to curl up in a ball and just like sleep. Especially with the effects of this medication, man. Holy moly, bruh. I said I wasn't sleepy, but boy, oh boy, right now am I feeling like the full effects of this medication. Wow. It is strong. It is, dude. It's fucking crazy. I can't even believe I'm live streaming right now. with the effects of this medication taking place. You know what? When I had my wrist, not my wrist, sorry. When I had the injury, which I still do, the injury below my ribs, and I had to take like that muscle relaxant. I had the fabulous idea to take the muscle relaxant before stream started. Dude, like an hour in, I was fighting for my life to try and stay awake. That was a fucking gnarly experience. I do not recommend anybody out there to go to class or go to work taking muscle relaxants and shit, because there's gonna be a point where your entire body wants to shut down. And holy camole, was I just like out of it, man. And what are your takes on human immortality? Do you think human can live forever with the help of advanced science or in the cryogenic chambers? Look, I think there's always going to be this fantasy, especially within people who are just genuinely afraid of death. So people who don't want to die and people who are really rich and they do not want to die, they're afraid of it. They're going to start researching. They're going to put millions, if not billions of dollars into science and researching extending the longevity of life or the period in which a person is normally alive. I don't think right now we have the technology to pull that off. I think if you give the human being infinite time, maybe we can achieve something very close to immortality. Like, arguably, right, if you have infinite time, then eventually, yeah, I think human beings will find out a way to regenerate or to make cell regeneration a process that has no toll on the human body. Like, a cell will multiply, cell division will happen, and there's no like energy expended. There's nothing. I think that could happen, right? If it's not that, then they're gonna figure out how to put a person's soul, brain, and memory into this like computer. Maybe, and then you're gonna be like alive in a different body, perhaps. I don't know how that works out. I think it's more feasible to make your body like the elixir of immortality type shit. Or you develop this elixir that basically if you consume it, you're going to be fine. But I don't know, man. Will we have that? Will that eventually happen? Like, do human beings have infinite time? I don't think so. I think we will be the cause of our own destruction at one point. Eventually there's going to be another world war, or some mad lad is going to have, the nuclear codes, and we're all going to die. And I don't think we have infinite time. I think the end is near. Or the end is like somewhat close, I think. Yeah, I don't think we will get there. If I'm proven wrong, then amazing, cool. I'm not the all-knowing or the know-it-all, say-it-all. It's not up to me. It's up to God, and it's up to, how we decide to move on as a collective. And I think I just think, yeah, like, peace can only last for so long. Eventually, like, a war will happen, or like this natural disaster, unforeseen, and shit's just gonna go down. It's just gonna be bad. That's the way I see it. And with the rise of AI, I think anything is possible at this point. A lot of things are possible. And we're entering the age of cyber warfare. I mean, when you got like when you have the Spotify CEO investing $700 million, give or take, into AI war drone technology, and I'm not making this up. Spotify CEO war drone. See, it's like the fucking It's like it's a headline, man. Look at this shit. Spotify faces boycott over CEO's $700 million investment in AI military defense startup. Like, the homie's not investing in like a food bank or in like a water supply that could provide water for millions and millions of people. He's putting his money, mind you, $700 million worth of it, into AI war drone techs. That is just fucking insane, man. We're doomed. You know, when you read things like that, it's just like, bruh, GG, man. It's like, what? Give me $700 million. Give me $700 million. I'll keep 10 of them to myself, maybe 10 or 15, 20. I'll keep 20 M's to myself, and I'll spend the other $680 million on providing food or water to people. I'm not going to invest it in, like, cancer research or AIDS or whatever. No, I think, for me, feeding people and making sure they have drinking water is more important. Because, yeah, I mean, you can fund all these, you know, science research and development initiatives. And, yeah, I mean, I'd rather have a world that has no cancer than cancer in it. But if the homie ain't eating or not, if the homie isn't eating food or drinking water, then it doesn't matter if he has cancer or not, right? Like, you're gonna die before anything happens. So give me $700 million, man. You know, that's, again, I've said it before. That's why we are where we are. I'm a dumb streamer. I'm not the CEO of this, like, important company. I'm not that influential. I'm just a guy talking to a camera, talking into a microphone, streaming old school RuneScape, and, you know, I got certain opinions and certain takes. And yeah, this is just fucking insane. Just reading this headline, there's not gonna be a, I don't think we get there, man. I don't think we have enough time to explore infinity and beyond. I don't think, like, yeah, will there be some research and whatnot? And will there be more advances in the field of science? Of course. You know, we're still alive today. And as long as there's somebody living, you're going to just continue. You know, the fate of human existence or the story of humanity. And there's always going to be advancements in many fields. But again, it's not this, the headline isn't, you know, Spotify gets praised because they're investing $700 million in food banks or in, you know, electricity for people who need electricity, or, you know, better internet, or, you know, food, water for people who need it. The headline is Spotify faces boycott over CEO's $700 million investment in AI military defense startup. So we're cooked. We're fucked. That's all that needs to be said and done. All right. So those elite top 1% can just do whatever they wanted to. Like, the 1% has more money than the rest of humanity combined. It's just sad, bro. It's just really sad. And I love me some science fiction. I love me some, like, daydreaming about utopia. You know, I often daydream about a world where, you know, nobody is hungry, nobody is dying, nobody is sick, nobody is poor. You're at a beach, you're at a place where you can just have fun, smile, eat good food. But it's just a daydream of mine. It's not real. And I know that there are other people who daydream about something like this. But that's where it stays. That's where it starts and that's where it finishes, as a dream. Have you ever thought to yourself, like, what is the price? What price do we have to pay to never have a war ever in life? Maybe the price is like the biggest war that ends humanity, right? Maybe what you have to sacrifice in order to get that is like so big, like humanity doesn't continue. So what do we have to do so that there isn't one more war ever? What do we have to do so that there is no person in the world who knows what starvation is, or, you know, cancer, or all these fucking diseases that take a lot of us way too soon? What do we have to do so that there aren't any more school shootings or senseless, abominable killings that are really unjustifiable? What do we have to do as a collective species to not read things like this, right? Because again, this is the headline. Spotify faces boycott over CEO's $700 million investment in AI military defense startup. Why isn't it, homie is investing in food banks, in giving electricity to people who need it, in providing food and water to people who don't have it, better internet for people who have shitty internet, right? The headline is this one. This is what we got, right? This is it. It's not. Again, that's why I don't think we don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time left. What is that? I don't know. I think, they say that like one day for God is like 1 million years for a human being, or like 1,000 days, or 10,000 days. So God's time is definitely, it behaves differently than the way we perceive time. So when is it going to happen? I don't know. Again, I'm not God. I'm not the all-knowing. I'm an idiot. But I don't think we have a lot of time left in retrospect. And I'm an optimist, I want people to continue the history of man if it leads to somewhere good. And in a world where it's like we're extinct or we're like happy and thriving, I pick the world where we're happy and thriving rather than the one where we're extinct, right? But again, it's not up to me. And it seems that there are just bad actors in the world. There's just people who are continuously making sure, wars are a thing, and disease are a thing, and poverty is a thing, and, So I'm just an idiot. And I'm an idiot that daydreams a lot. But that's where it stays. Utopia is like a daydream. It's like it's not real. You wake up and today you see Ukraine still at war with Russia, or vice versa. Russia is still invading Ukraine. There's arguably a genocide happening in the Gaza Strip. So many fucking countries have these like conflicts going on. It's just like, bruh, turning on the news in 2025 is a headache. And it's just sad, bro. So yeah, back then people are worried about the atomic bomb. Now we've come full circle with these more advanced technological weapons. History is deemed to repeat itself. Yeah, man, I think so. And the casualty, the consequence will be greater because these weapons are more devastating, right? If you compare an atom bomb right now to one that was launched in 1945, the atom bomb right now is just different. It's just more explosive. It's more damaging. So, and the weaponry has advanced to such a point that it's like, yeah, but I see a mosquito. I don't like this. It's gonna suck my blood. I don't like that. So yeah, we have like more insane weapons. Like we have hydrogen bombs, which are like fucking insane. You have these ballistic missiles that can travel thousands of miles or kilometers. We just have like, we probably have like a device that could cause like an earthquake. And by henceforth a tsunami or fucking something. Like what? Imagine the weapons that like these top tier governments and military infrastructures hide from, you know, common man or commonplace. There's got to be some fucking insane weaponry that you know these governments or agencies hide from us. You know, top secret, as they would say. It's fucking insane. I don't have. That's why I don't really have a lot of faith in us. Eventually, like something is gonna happen. It's going to fucking erase or disintegrate either a continent or like half the world. And then still, people would be like, you know, like, can we learn from this and never repeat it again? There's gonna be some idiot who's gonna delete the other half of the world. It's like you think we'd learn from our mistakes. No, man. Humanity is destined to live on this like permanent cyclical loop that never changes. There have been countless wars since the dawn of time. And there are wars now. What do you think? You think by some miracle, wars are just suddenly not going to stop? Humanity's narrative is one based in which war is just a system that provides money to those who invest in it, and just people die. The people who fight in it die. But the people who cause it or invest on it, they get benefited, man. They win. It's how it's always been. Back then, it used to be like in, I don't know, the year 1000, year 0. It used to be, yeah, man, you know, the weaponsmith is like, I'm going to sell X country's 10,000 swords. I'm going to sell this other country 3 million swords. And somebody who's not even related to the conflict is like, you know what? Let's just start some shit so that we can sell more swords. And not only the guy who's selling swords benefits, but, you know, to be out there and waging war, you need to have armor on as well. So the guy who sells leather and, you know, shields is like, well, you sold these guys 1,000 swords. These guys are also going to need 1,000 shields. And then the guy who sold 3 million swords to the other guy is like, well, you're going to need 3 million leather helmets and chain armor on so that those swords don't give you a single scratch. That's always happened, man. It's like a lot of things are rooted in the Cain and Abel biblical story. You got a good guy who's willing to like sacrifice or give the best of the best to just honor the creator. And then you got the guy who's doing the complete opposite. And you have like a middleman saying like, you know what, Abel, look at all the good things Abel's doing, huh? It must make you feel like shit, Mr. Cain. Tell you what though, if you kill him, it's gonna end right there and then, man. You don't have to worry about anything else. And how am I gonna kill him? Here's a knife. Here's a gun. Here's a weapon. I'll give it to you for 3 doubloons. Okay. So if you don't know, right, if there are 2 farmers, and there's like a farmer that has better looking cows and fatter cows, and you have this other farmer on the other side of the field who has shitty cows, and cows that are not doing so well, it's like, dude, you don't care, right? Unless you're like being told. It's like, you know, man, that other farmer who has more succulent cows, he's just gonna do better than you, man. You know, somebody has to come in and feed like jealousy or envy to the equation, and that's where everything starts like falling apart, right? And that's a hard take. Humanity is always on the cyclical loop. How do you think we can go out of the loop? I don't think there is any escaping the cycle. The price has to be so overwhelming that it's like, nah, man, it's not going to happen. And again, the system always benefits the top 1%. The system, regardless of how cruel war is, and how obviously it's just like a negative for the collective, there are a very small number of people who benefit from like any conflict or anything bad. Look at the pandemic, for example, right? You got the coronavirus going on. And I'm not here to say if it was like a bioweapon engineered by a certain entity or a group of people. The coronavirus happened, bruh. It killed millions of people. And while many millions of people died and many businesses were like shut down, restaurants, we were all like under quarantine, who won? Like, there was obviously somebody who won in the pandemic. And who is it? The pharmaceutical companies. And the guys fucking selling these like masks. Or these like, you know, pieces of cloth that you could cough into and just like, you know, the COVID mask. And then the guys who made the COVID vaccine. All these fucking crazy laboratories that are owned by these pharmaceuticals. So yeah, you know, they were free vaccines, but somebody was paying somebody else a gigantic sum of money. And somebody benefited, you know? It's like, yeah, millions of people died, but look at all the businesses that suffered. Look at how much money was being generated by the guy selling you the fucking COVID mask and the people making the vaccines and distributing the vaccines. Dude, Pfizer had to make a bajillion dollars, right? So, or whoever has these contracts. But so to these people, it's like, it doesn't matter how many millions of people die as long as we're making quintillions of dollars. Like, you know? So not gonna lie, we on some deep topics today, my G. I don't think I had it in me to have thought of all these things. Bro, I think that's BS. Because when you consider everything that's going on in the world right now, it's like, or everything that has been going on these last like 10 years, don't you have like a light bulb flashing in your head? It's like, we're doomed. You know? Like, look, I'm not saying life is diabolical or bad, because you can arguably have a very good life and do good things. But the world is truly a shitty place. The world sucks, man. Why? Because certain people who are making these rules and all these systems, they suck dick. And they want us to fight each other. They want us to kill each other. All for business. All for business. So I'm not saying life is disgusting. Life can be certainly very beautiful. But the world that we live in is truly a rotten place. It's an unfair place. It sucks. And it's always been like that, and it will always be like that. Period. Yeah, it's just like a sudden realization how fucked the world actually is. It's always been like that. It's like a case of, ignorance is bliss. Right? The less you know, the better. Like, dude, when you get into like conspiracy theory territory, or when you start realizing like, this happened because of XYZ, you're just like, man, I wish I would have not known this, It feels like all this time I've lived life through rose-tinted glass. Dude, like the second that you start realizing, like we take a lot of things for granted, right? Like how peace. Like, look, I'm so glad right now I'm neither in Ukraine or Russia, bro. Like Venezuela could have all its fucking problems. There are many problems that we have here in Venezuela. I'm not going to talk about those, though. But there's not a war going on. There's not a missile flying over me. Or like a drone flying somewhere with a machine gun, or with like a bomb that self-detonates. Dude. And just thinking about that is so surreal. And how lucky are we? Or how lucky am I, man, that I'm not in Ukraine, Russia, or like in Israel, the Gaza Strip. That has to be terrifying. And if I think about that, two things happen. I get depressed, obviously. It's like, fuck, man. Because I don't care who's right or wrong. The fact is, there's a war happening right now in Ukraine and Russia. And innocent people are dying. People who have not one shred of, responsibility. Because it's not like, Russian citizens declared war on Ukraine. It was Vladimir Putin and his, cabinet of people. And Ukraine's just defending itself, right, from an invasion. Yeah, it's been dragging on for years. Dude, just the thought of not hearing gunfire, explosions, missiles and bombs detonating nearby, I'm like, God bless my life, man. God, thank you. Really. Wow. How lucky I am to be really far away from a conflict like that. So I get depressed in one hand. It's like, holy shit. But on the other hand, I'm like, man, thank God. I'm grateful. Venezuela might be shitty in many regards, but I'm not in a zone or in a geographical location where a military conflict is happening. Dude, it's that fucking insane. So somewhere, an ocean apart, a continent apart, there is something going on. There are people literally experiencing war. It's like, nah, man, we are fucked. Today it's in Ukraine, Russia, also Israel, Gaza. Tomorrow it will be somewhere else. And all you can do is just fucking pray that it doesn't happen where you live or in the country that you live in. Because it really isn't up to you, buddy. It's up to the fucking people governing and all these companies that need to make money. That's how fucked we are, bro. All right, we're fucked. So yeah, peace was never an option, not in this lifetime. Nope. It unfortunately isn't. I mean, I just wish, man, that the daydream would actually be real. I wish, like, you know, I wish my delusion would carry on. I wish the Spotify CEO would give me $700 million and leave it up to me so I can invest it in something. I wish, you know, by some miracle, Elon Musk is like, you know what? I met this guy Skits. You know, I've been watching Skits, a Venezuelan YouTuber and live streamer. You know what? I'm going to give this man, just because I like him and he plays RuneScape and he likes hip-hop and, you know, he seems like a very smart man, like a good guy also. I'm just going to give Skits $10 billion. You know, I have a net worth of $400 billion. I'm going to give this guy $10 billion to see what he does. Yeah. But it's that. It's just a delusion. It's a daydream. And yeah, I'm not the one calling the shots. If I was the person calling the shots, we wouldn't have half the problems we do. Because if it was up to me to change this headline, instead of saying Spotify faces boycott over CEO's $700 million investment in AI military defense startup, this would change. This would change. I would change this into, you know, food banks. Or like developing electrical infrastructure in third world countries that don't have good electricity. Or change that to good drinking water, food, whatever. So, wait a second. Yep. That's why we are where we are. That's why I'm not the CEO of Spotify, though. Because maybe if I would invest $700 million in an AI war drone tech company, I would be the CEO of a successful company, you know? But I just don't have it in me to do that. What the fuck are you talking about? $700 million in a AI military defense startup? What the fuck is going on? Jesus Christ. Hell no, bruh. But hey, that's why I'm an idiot. So, yeah. Yeah. We're just doomed. That's it. Anyways, guys, I think this is where I'm gonna end the stream. I'm going to eventually go get food to eat. I'm super hungry. And then I'm going to download this stream and I'm going to make some YouTube videos out of it. Mainly the video about, you know, the baby being born on Twitch. Another video is going to consist of the HASAN Piker situation. Another video is going to be about Fat Joe and how he caps. And the other video is going to be about ishowspeed, Lil Uzi. And then I might also make a fifth one talking about the end of the world. Or everything, you know, Vlad and I have been talking about. It seems interesting. So, guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's stream. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. It will really help me out. And yeah, I'll see you in the next YouTube video or in the next live stream. I'm not going to stream anymore today. I'll see you guys tomorrow, if anything. But do expect a good chunk of YouTube videos out. And in the meantime, stay happy, stay safe, stay cozy. I love your faces. And just have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful Thursday. And I'll see you in the next one. Woo! Peace out, my G's.